Almost done. That's the last of them. The village is finally safe. But it's still not good enough. I have to be strong. Strong, just like you were. I still miss you so much. And I think about what you said to me all those long years ago. Where are you, brother?
What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last episode, we stopped the Illusian invasion, our Illusian ambush on the bridge heading into Brodia. And this time, we are going to rush to Brodia Castle to try to help them stop the rest of the invasion. But before we do that, we need to do our Somnial trip for the day, and I believe that this little trip is going to be very valuable to us. Very specifically, it is not this. This did just open up, but we're not going over it right now because it's not as important. That's recreation. We'll go over that at a different point. But what I do want to go over is right over here. And yeah, it's literally just ETA working out and Clan trying to work out, I guess. What we're going over today is strength training. I'm sure it will be valuable to us, our cause, basically. And if we talk to Bertrand, or whoever is standing here, because it might not always be Bertrand, he will let us, or he will go get Prince Alfred, because he is the one that actually runs the strength training. And we have 3 different activities we could do in order to raise our stats for one battle. If we do push-ups, our strength, specifically Phoenix's strength, is boosted next battle. Sit-ups is Phoenix's HP, and squats are Phoenix's dexterity. So it's, do you want to hit harder, do you want to take more hits, or do you want to dodge more hits? And I think I just want to do push-ups. I'm going to show all of them, but you only get 1 boost per day. So the first one you do is whichever stat you're going to get increased for that day. So let's go ahead and do push-ups.
How hard
and
you want to go?
basically for the push-ups, I'm just going to do normal because I'm not good at these. You could do normal, hard, expert, or iron muscle, and the higher difficulty you go, the higher stat boost you get. And you can also pick to train with the Somnial Guardian, Ash in our case, because if you mess something up, Ash will actually pick up and help you, I think 2 or 3 times per exercise. And it's very helpful, and it's one of the reasons you want to get the Somnial Guardian's gauge up, happiness gauge up, as quickly as possible. So we're going to train with Ash. And the way to do these push-ups is to let this fall and then hit A when it gets into the section at the bottom. And it's basically just a timing thing, and it gets faster as you go on. And you need to get 20 without messing up 3 times, basically. And you can see up in the upper left-hand corner that as I'm getting perfect, it's adding to my score. And that one was just good, so it wasn't as great. I'm just messing up now. My timing has gone out the window, I guess.
You got this.
And as you can see, it is speeding up, which does make this harder.
Nice.
And I believe the better score you get, the more stats you get at the end. So I'm actually not doing terribly. I haven't missed one yet. I am only on normal though, so there's that to keep in mind.
I'm so proud.
But Triple S is not terrible. And I got 0 assistance from Ash because I never missed anything. And my strength will be increased by 2 the next battle, which is pretty nice. That should allow me to one-hit a couple of opponents I wouldn't be able to otherwise. And as you can see here, it says you won't get any further bonuses or rewards, but do you want to continue? And I am going to continue because I want to show you all 3 of these. So next up is sit-ups, which is
How hard do you
not
want to go?
quite the same. We are just going to train with Ash, and I will... Basically, this is a button mashing mini game, and you have to let it fall below that like
You've got this.
translucent line or gray line before you start mashing again. And you don't want it to go all the way down into the red, because if it goes all the way down into the red, then you fail, I believe. I believe if it hits the bottom, you get that bad mistake thing, and that's when Ash would help you.
Perfect.
And you do have to mash faster as you go along, because it does get harder for the bar to go all the way up. As you can see, it's taking longer and longer for the bar to actually get all the way up until the top of the cylinder or colander. I forget exactly what it's called. The rectangle. And I actually had to put my controller down and mash with my index fingers. How difficult that becomes. But 20 perfects in a row is pretty good. That probably would have raised my HP by like 5 or something. But next up is squats. And squats is... Well, squats is a rhythm game. You want to play Dance Dance Revolution in a Fire Emblem game? This is how you do it. And you have to use your right and left stick to basically match the directions that it's showing you on screen. And you want them to be all the way in the circles to get the perfect scores, or else you end up getting goods or messed ups. And if they exit the circles before you actually do the actions, then you get a bad or a mistake. And Ash would have to help me in that situation. Also, those circles have long lines, but they don't actually ever make you go all the way up the line for some reason. I don't know why. They make you go about halfway. And I don't know how this raises dexterity, of all things. But this is the dexterity one, and I believe as you go up in difficulty, it does get faster. It's just that normal is incredibly easy to do. And that is the entirety of the squats minigame. And no, I do not want to continue any farther, because that is all 3 of the different exercises you could do. But let's see what... we have 1 bond conversation and 1 support conversation. So we'll start with the bond and go straight into the support. And after that, I'll go around and pick everything up at the Somniel, and I will meet you at the world map.
Today's tea smells captivating. Where is it from?
A farming village known for its single origin tea. It's a favorite of mine, so I'm pleased you like it. I must thank you, Jean.
Princess Saline? What are you thanking me for?
The tea produced in your hometown is far and away my favorite. There is joy in each and every sip, so I thought it appropriate to thank you.
Ah, in that case, I should thank you too. My mother will be over the moon to find out you like it so much.
Your mother?
She works at a tea shop back home. You've probably had tea brewed from leaves that my mother processed.
I see. Do pass on my thanks then.
I will. Praise from your highness would be the pride of a lifetime for my mother.
Would you like to join me for tea sometime? We can brew some tea leaves from your home and drink to your mother's health.
Oh, I've done nothing to deserve such an invitation, but I'm grateful anyway. I'll be looking forward to it.
As shall I. You'll be hearing from me.
Alright, on the world map, time to head to Chapter 8, Brodia Castle. And begin chapter.
We're here. Brodia Castle.
I don't see any Illusian soldiers. Thank goodness. The attack hasn't begun.
Wait. There's someone in front of the gate. He doesn't look like a guard.
Is it an enemy soldier? No, that's Diamant. He must have come out to greet us.
I've been waiting for you, Divine One. I greet you as the Crown Prince of Brodia. I'm Diamant. I've heard so much about you. I'm honored to finally meet the legend in person.
It's a pleasure, Prince Diamant.
And Prince Alfred, welcome. Queen Ev's letter explained your situation. Thanks for coming all this way. It's good to see you.
Likewise. I'm sorry it took a war for us to meet again after all this time.
Oh, and Alchrist. Thanks for escorting our guests from the border. I know that's a rugged road.
It was nothing, really. I bear ill news, however. Illusian forces attacked us at the Grand Crossing.
Is that right?
A battalion led by Princess Hortensia. We fought her off, but she said something troubling. The Crown Princess intends to assault Brodia Castle. If they're after our emblem ring, we may be on course for a dangerous confrontation.
We'll have to prepare our defenses. Thanks for the warning, Alchrist. Come. Father will want to hear about this.
Why do you all look so tense?
Father, you were supposed to be waiting inside.
Yes, I know. And I was. But then I had this feeling my boy Alchrist might be home. Seems my fatherly intuition was right, as usual. Welcome back, son.
Thank you, Father.
I wish you'd stop finding excuses to leave the castle. It's not safe out here.
Please, Diamant, not another lecture. Where's the harm in welcoming my dear boy back from his journey? Anyway, we'd best not argue in front of our guests.
Oh, it's all right.
Please, pardon my rudeness. Divine One, Prince Alfred, welcome. I am Morian, King of Brodia.
Good to meet you.
Likewise. I never imagined I'd meet the Divine Dragon. Indeed, such a special occasion calls for a welcoming duel.
There's no time for that. We have an important matter to discuss. As Alchrist was escorting our guests from the border, Illusian soldiers attacked them.
Huh. Illusions.
It appears that the Crown Princess is planning an assault on Brodia Castle.
Already making their move, huh? Soldiers, go now! Shore up our defenses!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Well done getting that information, Alchrist.
Please, I don't deserve such kind words.
Humble as ever, son.
King Morian, excuse me, but I need your kingdom's aid.
You want our emblem ring, right? I knew you'd ask. That's why I brought it. Here, the ring of the young lion. Hey, Diamant, think fast.
Father, we're supposed to take care of the ring, not throw it around.
Ah, you're no fun.
Alfred?
Yes?
King Morian seems so nice. This is the man who's always invading Illusia? I thought he'd be more intimidating.
You're seeing Morian friend and family man. He's known to be a big-hearted guy. But in battle, the demon comes out. He's not someone you want as your enemy.
Father can be such a handful sometimes. Divine One, I've got the ring for you.
Thank you.
What will you do with it?
I'm going to summon an emblem. Rise up, emblem of binding.
I'm Roy. If you're summoning me, that can only mean war has begun.
There was a person in there?
How about that? All along, this emblem dwelt in our family's ring. And now you have released him. It seems divine is no exaggeration, huh?
Urgent news, Your Majesty. An Illusion Wyvern Rider is approaching. It's dodging all our archers' attacks.
What?
She's here. Divine One, may I call upon Roy's help to defend the castle?
Of course.
I, Princess Ivy, speak for the Illusian throne. I will now take your lives, your souls, and the rings.
I underestimated how far you could get into Brodian territory, Princess Ivy.
My soldiers are on the way. Now I will give you a chance to surrender before they arrive.
Oh, I'm itching for that fight.
Father, go back to the castle.
What? Why?
If something happened to you, our country would be devastated. Please, leave this to us.
Right. Why should the king get a say in the matter? I'll do as you ask. But, Diamant, Allchrist, don't you dare get killed.
We won't.
Well, we'll try not to.
You must be the Divine Dragon.
That's right.
You really are as stunning as my sister said. I'm pleased to meet you. As is my ring.
But that's...
The ring of the Sage Lord. A gift from my father. With its power, I am sorry to say, I must kill you.
I won't let that happen. It's you who will fall, Princess Ivy.
You won't surrender then. In that case, my forces will prepare for battle.
As will ours.
I'll stop at nothing to get those rings back.
Alright, it is time for us to stop another siege on another castle. Let's see who is equipped right now. Etier, I'm sorry, but Alcrest is just better. Other than that, I think this is looking good. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I already went over all the inventory. I will show that I actually gave Phoenix the Wodao I got from upgrading Brodia, or from donating to Brodia. And it's level 5, so it has 45% chance of critting, which is amazing. And I also put the engravement of beginnings on it to make it even more of a chance of critting. So it's a really good weapon for this early in the game. But with that, we're gonna just start this fight.
Finally, Horsey, you stopped! Where were you taking me? Huh? Wait, is this the castle? Is that Prince Diamant?
Amber?
What are Illusian soldiers doing here?
They've attacked us. Say, Amber, weren't you out fighting beasts?
I was, but then Horsey got spooked and wouldn't listen to me. I kept getting tossed around on its back, and next thing I know, here I am.
I'll never understand how you end up in these strange situations. But this time, it works in our favor. I was just wishing you were here.
Maybe Horsey sensed this danger. Oh, that's so clever of you!
Ready to defend the castle together?
I was born ready!
Alright, and with that, Diamant and Amber join the group, bringing our forces to 11 for this fight.
If our enemies reach the gate, we can't allow...
I'll go over what he just said in a second. But our only goal is to defeat Princess Ivy. And this is basically a big game of keep away. Because our only goals are to, 1, defeat Princess Ivy, and 2, to keep the enemy from reaching this point. Which should not be the most difficult thing in the world. Because I'm going to engage. Once again, Warp Ragnarok will be the savior. I want to go right... Who will be reaching me? I want to go right here. And blow up this man. This actually doesn't kill it. That's interesting. I was certain that would have ended him. Nope,
Here
I don't
goes.
want to end the turn. Thank you. Can I shoot this? I cannot. I don't have a, you have to have a bow to be able to
Whatever
shoot
you
those.
say.
And that's actually the biggest thing I wanted to talk about for this
We fight for
chapter.
peace.
Most of the strategy for this chapter is literally just
I
run
am
forward
ready to serve.
and stop the enemy from reaching the end, and basically get the Princess Ivy as fast as you can with a bow unit. But the other thing I want to talk about are interactable stuff
Together.
with within the levels. And in this level, that would be this ballista right here.
Let's go.
And it'll be easier to go over next turn. So I'm just going to fan out my units and allow them to basically attack everyone all at once.
Allow your soul the
That
rest
was
it
a
deserves.
good miss. I'm happy you did not take the 9 damage. And a secret book. I believe that raises magic permanently.
I want to help you.
Celica's just so good against magic users. Her resistance is so high that they literally cannot touch her. And I got Wind, which is just another magical attack.
Leave now, or my duty demands you be destroyed. Nothing personal.
And this is one of Princess Ivy's retainers, which is not great that I'm already... Well, it's actually pretty good that I'm already fighting one, but I'd rather not be hit this early by one of them.
What?
You got broke by 2 damage, Vander? Come on. Yeah, be more like Alfred here. But you can
We
see...
will not relent until the castle is ours.
And you can see that Princess Ivy is already bringing in... Please stop talking about the ballista. I'm going to be talking about it. But you can see every turn Princess Ivy is actually going to be bringing in more soldiers. So you want to end this battle fairly quickly in order to avoid actually being overran. And we are going to use Seraphim here to take out the rest of Zelkov, I believe is what his name is.
How unfortunate. I must return to Princess Ivy.
Taking him out early is actually really nice because it'll allow me to be able to get my other unit down here and be able to fight a lot easier. Also, we're going to take out this flying unit, this Pegasus Knight, as you will. And doing that will allow my units to come down and be able to just kind of run down this side without any pushback from the enemy, is what I'm trying to say. And we're going to hit you with the lance. And as you can see, the ballista, you have to put a bow unit on the ballista. And then if you hit fire, you have a massive range that you can shoot an arrow from, which is much larger than anything you could do with just a bow. Also, the bond level 3 for the Emblem 3 houses is looking great. Lineage just grants 1.2 times XP modifier to the unit. So Alfred should be leveling up a lot faster than most of my other units now. Also, I picked up a steel axe last chapter, so I gave that to Vander to give him a little bit more power. And we're just going to hit this guy with it.
I am the 32nd
Nice 20
steward of the
damage
dragon.
against a unit he should be weak against. And just to even that out, let's go ahead and heal him as well.
I am saved.
Just a little bit of healing. And John is level 4. He no longer just has 1 strength, which is good. I don't really need to go out that side. This side's gonna need the most help. So let's go ahead and punch. Actually, no. I'll stand here and wait, and I'll let them destroy the wall. Because it'll be easier for me if they destroy the wall. You can go over here and take out this one.
Was that too much?
I'm really glad I leveled up her knife because it makes her a very powerful unit. I'll put you right here because you're on horseback and you can run fairly fast. Also, he has a killer weapon, which is a weapon with a really high crit chance, kind of like my Wodao. But his killer lance has a crit chance of, I think it said 33, which is very good. It's just a third of the time he crits the enemy. This may be bad. Well, not bad, but I'm not going to do any damage against it. Nice level from doing nothing. That's great. This shouldn't be able to do any damage. I would like to get a healer down to Celine as quickly as possible, because Celine and Celica's ability is actually causing her to do a damage to herself every turn, which I am not the biggest fan of. Also, wow, that guy flew. I guess that makes sense, being a flying unit. Obviousness is obvious, but we are going to hit this one because it's in our way. And doing that will just allow me to go a little bit farther without worrying about it. And can you can. I was wondering if she could get all the way down here to attack this one.
That was a cinch.
Nice critical hit. You didn't need it, Yunaka, but I'm okay with you taking a critical. The Wodao has a 50% critical chance, but I think I'm just going to knock this guy out using the Armor Slayer. Nice miss.
This time, victory was mine.
I don't think anyone's really been hit besides you, so we'll put you right here. And we'll wait there. And Diamat, we really need to stop this one before they can get all the way up there. The flying units in this level are actually really dangerous because of their high mobility. So if they can sneak past you, they can very easily get up here and just make you lose the chapter. I don't think there's one person there.
My resolve is
we'll put you right here, and this is powerful against flying units, but it's not going to be enough. I guess we'll use Seraphim just to do a little bit of extra damage. You could see that Seraphim is really good against the Corrupted. Unfortunately, there is no Corrupted in this chapter because they actually brought an army. And we're just going to move all these guys down here. Nope, I want you to be one more down. We'll put you here. And I actually think I want to engage you right now. Because I want to see if I can reach with the staff. I cannot, so there's actually no point in engaging, so I'll leave you right here without engaging. And
with this emblem's strength and my own, there will be no defeating me.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Allow your soul the rest it deserves.
That's actually really nice. I might be able to end this next turn, which would be incredible if I can end this turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to let Alcrest fire once again. We'll fire at this one just to knock it down. No need to let the flying units get any closer. And none of you can actually reach. So I think she lost the book, which is not great. Can you engage here and reach her? If not, you can. I want to see if I can knock Ivy out this turn. Because if I can, it just ends this fight right here. On level 3, Healing Light. When unit heals an ally with a staff, unit also recovers HP 50% of the amount healed. And a staff proficiency, which is what you need for... That's not great. If I go here, she will do 10 damage with the Killer Axe. If I go here, can I also... I could... Not doing enough, unfortunately. 72 versus, what is it right next to her? 42. This is the better odds. Just go for the odds on this one. Depending on what Ivy does, I think I could win this next turn. Put you there. I do not want to engage, thank you. I think I'm just going to put the units far enough up to where they are not being targeted. You can actually go here, and I will put on Woshien, and I will engage, just in case. I don't know what her other retainer is going to do, so I'd rather just be prepared. We'll go here. And the rest of the units can kind of just move forward, and I think I'm just going to end the turn here. And what does she do? Because that determines basically if I need to go backwards or not. And Yunaka gets the last minute level up here too, to level 9. A death sentence for the enemy. And she's just going for the attack.
All been lost. All
Are you fucking kidding me? She got a critical.
Please tell my people.
Alright. We're moving back. Don't worry about it. Time crystal, please. Wow, we have to move all the way back. What about this? What about if I engage?
My muscles are yours.
And combat art. There we go. I figured it out.
I won't fall here.
There we go. That was...
No. The ring.
That stumped me for a second, because her getting that critical means I literally could not escape far enough away for her not to hit me and get the critical, so I had to figure out a way of knocking her out right there, or I would have gone back even farther. But thanks to the combat arts of the Emblem 3 houses, I can use Fail Not and hit her with the bow, which she's weak to since she is a flying unit. And that only took 4 turns. And obviously, Saline and Celica are the MVPs, as always.
We recovered the ring, but the emblem is tainted with Fell Dragon energy. I'll have to summon him again myself. Free us, Emblem of Genealogy!
I am Leaf. Thank you for letting me swing a sword with these arms again. I will do what I can to retrieve that which has been stolen.
Thank you, Leaf.
How could I have failed?
It's over, Princess Ivy. Surrender.
I will not. There is more for me to do.
No! She's gone.
Your Highness, urgent news from the border.
What is it?
An Aleutian battalion stands at the ready. King Hyacinth is acting as general. He's leading their army himself.
What?
Yes. And he is demanding to see King Morian.
I must face him. Anything less would bring dishonor to Brodia.
Father, he's baiting you. This may be a trap of some kind. Go back inside.
Ha! I can fight my way out of whatever trap he springs.
I urge you to reconsider.
Listen, who's the father and who's the son here? Stop trying to protect me. Son, this has been happening a lot lately. What's it all about? Are you worried Brodia might lose this war? Or lose its king?
We're not ready for any of this. Brodia to lose its king. Or me, my father.
Diamant.
From a young age, I was told I would lead Brodia after you died. Imagine, a boy forced to anticipate his father's death. To think of that empty throne. The Fell Dragon has returned. War is here. The future is uncertain, and I'm not ready.
It's all right, Diamant. If I die, I die. Brodia will live on.
But, Father...
What? You don't believe me? After I'm gone, I know you will lead with a steady hand. Though, I'm offended you expect that day to come so soon. You think I'm gonna lose, huh? You think I'm weak? That I need your protection? Oh, the hubris of youth.
That's not what I meant.
King Hyacinth awaits me on the field of war, his army at the ready. If Brodia hides, then what? After years locked in battle with Elusia, will we reveal ourselves as cowards? Listen to me, Diamant. I will fight bravely for Brodia. I do not fear death. Being known as a king who runs from battle, that scares me far more. What do you think about this, Allchrist?
Me?
If I die, and Diamant alongside me, you will take the throne.
Father, don't say that.
I will not let that pass. I will protect Diamant to the bitter end.
Allchrist.
Haha, that's my boy! Diamant, you could learn a thing or two from your brother. Fear has no place in my kingdom. If we step into fear, then we step out of Brodia. Now then, to the border!
It seems I can't dissuade you from this path. All I can do is walk it with you. Come on, everyone. Let's show Elusia why we're called the Kingdom of Might.
Haha, that's it. This won't be the last time I see the castle. And when I'm back, a tournament with our strongest warriors. That means you, Divine One.
Me?
Yes, I want to see you transform into a mighty dragon. Whoosh! Roar!
Oh, okay.
What's the matter?
Ah, nothing. You're right. I could turn into a dragon.
Haha, I'm looking forward to that.
I'd like to spar with you too, Divine One, after Father gets his chance. But that's for later. Now, we should prepare for our journey to the border.
Indeed.
This talk of turning into a dragon. Mother could. Can I? I have no idea if I can. Or how.
Alright, and with that we have protected Brodia Castle, but a war is right around the corner, so we need to get prepared for that. And in that same vein, we actually got access to 2 new emblem rings this chapter. The first one is Emblem Roy. Emblem Roy is actually very good on tanks, and specifically, he's very good on the one that's already holding him in Diamant. Diamant has very high defenses and is actually really good at just taking hits. And since Roy grants 5 HP, 1 strength, and 1 resistance, it just makes him more tanky, which is really nice to have for future fights. The other things that Roy is good at is just being on the front line and doing a lot of damage, because he has a special move that allows him to spread fire out wherever he hits with his emblem attack, which if the enemy is standing in the fire at the end of their turn, they just take extra damage, which is really good if you have them in like a choke point or in a bottleneck where they can't really move forward, to just hit them with fire and kind of just stand there and block their way. Unfortunately, the fire is not able to knock them out by itself, but with you attacking as well, it should make them a lot easier to defeat. But that's really all there is to say about Roy, and the other emblem is Emblem Leaf. Leaf is also great on tanks. We just got two very tanky emblems this chapter. Leaf is also really versatile in combat, actually. Being able to wield all three main weapons, having an axe at the beginning, then getting a lance and a sword later on as you raise your bond level with them. And he also just grants 3 HP, 1 defense, and 3 build, making your units being able to hold more equipment and weapons than they are able to normally is just pretty nice. And putting him on a unit like Vander, for example, makes him very quick and very good at holding stuff, that he can just hold like 3 really big axes and do a ton of damage on all of his turns. He also has the emblem move Quadruple Hit, which is effective on almost every single unit because it hits with an axe, a sword, a lance, and a bow. So you're basically going to break the unit no matter what. And it's very comparable to what I said about the Emblem 3 houses. The other thing is Emblem Leaf has the ability Adaptable, which means that every time that the unit is in combat, the unit will always use the correct weapon against the enemy. So if the enemy has a lance, you will always have an axe. If the enemy has a sword, you will always have a lance. And if the enemy has an axe, you will always have a sword. And it's just really nice not to have to strategize every single move when using Emblem Leaf, and just being able to allow him to kind of change your weapon on the fly. And it also, since it gives you proficiency in all 3 of the weapons, it allows the user or the unit to basically become any class they want, which is really nice as well. But with that being said, I think that's going to end this episode. So I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we are actually heading to the Divine Paralogs because we need to prepare for this war and get stronger. So, with that being said, and until then, happy adventuring!